welcome to Tech Report. This week on location at the hub of all things Samsung at the V&A waterfront. And you might be wondering, why are we here? Well, if you're a Samsung fan, then you'll probably already know the answer. It's the launch of the much anticipated S6 and S6 Edge, and we're here to try and figure out whether they're worth all the hype. The eye-catching cutting-edge design is in keeping with their top-dog range of mobiles. The sleek and slim design stays away from the plastic physique of its predecessor and is crafted from aircraft-grade metal with 4 different colors to choose from. But do these two lookers pack as much of a punch on the inside as they do on the outside? The S6 and Edge are similar in specs, powered by Samsung's own Exynos 8-core chip, quad-core 2.1 GHz and quad-core 1.5 GHz with 3 GB of RAM. The latest TouchWiz interface is sleeker and faster, and you'll notice the latest OS, Lollipop, is a lot more cleaned up. Display-wise, even though Samsung hasn't bumped up its screen size, it has improved the resolution of its Super AMOLED display to 2560 by 1440 pixels, a density of 577 pixels per inch, which is currently the best in the market, compared to densities of 326 ppi for the iPhone 6, 525 ppi for the Note Edge, and 424 ppi for the Sony Xperia Z3. Extremely detailed, sharp and crisp, the curved side screen has garnered a lot of praise, and rightfully so. You might think it would fit uncomfortably in the palm of your hand, but it actually feels quite ergonomic and very lightweight. When the phone is on locked screen, there's a section on the side of the phone where you can swipe to reveal your favorite contacts. And if your screen is off, gesturing on the sides allows you a quick preview of some notifications like time and date, the weather, news stories, and other tailored notifications. The home button doubles as a fingerprint sensor to unlock the phone. Pictures are an important part of using smartphones for most people nowadays, and sometimes a moment comes along and you want to take a quick picture instead of fumbling around with your phone and eventually punching on the different buttons, the wrong buttons, and missing the moment. By double tapping the home button, the camera pops up in just 0.7 of a second, which is absolutely phenomenal. And it's a really good camera too, 16 megapixels at the back, built to take better pictures in low light. They say about 30% more light than its predecessor, so you'll have clearer pictures of those late nights out. The heart rate monitor is something that's not new. It's from the S5 and it returns and has many more features. You can now use it to take a selfie and also to send an automated message to the contacts you've added to your People Edge if you're too busy to answer. And that's another thing. I thought the Edge was a little overrated, but now that I've actually used it, it really does add another dimension to the smartphone experience. The features found with the camera app itself are geotagging, touch focus, face detection, auto HDR, and panorama, while the front-facing camera is a wide-angle 5-megapixel camera. So that's all the praise-singing part done. But with the pros come the cons. So what can be said to detract from these devices? Well, it's a bit derivative and a little like a crib of the iPhone, especially with the reflective back. The battery doesn't pack as much of a punch as you might like, up to 4 hours of continual use, but the wireless charging feature is a plus. Samsung fans are likely to be very disappointed at the Galaxy S6's non-removable battery and the lack of an SD slot, which means no extra external memory. They're also not cheap. The standard Samsung Galaxy S6 LTE 32GB is set to cost upward of 12,000 Rand in South Africa, and you can expect to pay at least 500 Rand a month when on contract. Meanwhile, the Samsung S6 Edge LTE 64GB, which has an edged screen feature, will be priced higher at 16,000 Rand or more. When you get right down to it, this is a beautiful looking device with top-notch specs, and I think the Galaxy S6 and S6 Edge are going to be the Android phones to beat in 2015. Let us know what you think. Tweet us at TechReportSA and get talking. After the break, we check out a local startup that's trying to demystify the law, find out how apps can help you manage your cash, and get a wrap of international tech news. Don't go away.